Darn, I hope it's not just frozen on the same page because I had trouble with Blender. Huh.
Hmm.
And now it's blank.
Did you save?
Uh, well, Blender's fine, but on OBS it's
Okay.
blank for some
Ah,
reason.
okay.
Huh. Properties. Let's see what's going on here.
So I'll make this red just to give it some distinguishing stuff here. Material, base color, red. And show the red like so. Good, good. Got some nice shiny red material. Okay, I think I'm sharing my Blender window with you. Can you see it?
Hold on. Oh, there. Ah, finally. Sorry.
Okay. So you can see what's there, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is I want to add, let's say, I just want to add a cube to this cube. So I'll add mesh cube and grab it with G and move it over, say, here. So let's say this gray cube is the ear that I want to add. So what I'll then do is I'll select the red cube here, and I'll go over to modifiers and say add a Boolean, make it a union object, and that object is the other cube. All right?
Hold on. Let me... Following your lead here. Object mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Object mode. Alright.
So I should probably make this look a bit more like an ear. Let's see. No, not delete.
I think a cube might actually help. What?
Flatten this out like that.
What is going on with... What? What did I do? What did I do this time?
Here, let me have a look at what's happening. Ooh, it looks slender all of a sudden. Looks a lot more slender. And the muzzle is more defined. Okay, so you got... Oh, you added an empty cube. You want to add a mesh cube.
Oh, crud.
Yeah, that's... they changed the terminology here. Add mesh cube.
Alright.
Yeah.
And what now?
Let's shape the cube so that it's a bit more ear-like.
So go into
So
skull.
maybe... I would say first do some rough sizing, so with S, and then constrain to the X, and then squash it along an axis.
Oh, crud.
Or actually maybe... Oh, yeah. You can also like S and then type 0.1 or something. Because S will start scaling depending on where your mouse is. So move the mouse far away from the object, and then press S and move it in to scale it down. You can see what you're typing in the upper left corner there.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
7 might be a bit too big. Maybe 0.5?
1.
1 is the starting size.
Hold up.
Should the ears be that big?
I mean, I think they would be because they flatten out and they floof out at the ends. They're a little...
Okay. All right. So we'll go with that then. We probably want to flatten them though, because this is still a cube.
Yeah.
So we want to like S and then maybe X and no, wait, S along the Y axis. S then Y then 0.1.
how on earth? What did I do? Okay. So S. How do I change it without moving?
To change it along one axis, type the letter of the axis. So like S then X, or S then Y, or S then Z, and then a number.
Hold up.
So like SX.1.
Okay.
Yeah, so X is, I mean, that'll work, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. And then how would I copy it to the other side?
All right. Oh, let's see. So you've been sculpting with the X mirrored, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, duplicate, or actually, you're looking
yes.
at, yeah. If you still got my thing up there,
When
let's see. I still got this modifier on. Okay. So this duplicate objects and scale around the global Z. Scale along global Z, -1. Nope, that doesn't do it. Scale local Z. Oh wait, no, not Z.
in worst case scenario, Control C. Well, maybe copy and paste or. Oh, wait,
Well,
duplicate.
yeah, but then the
Dang.
sculpting won't be perfectly.
Yeah, that's the one problem.
Sculpting won't do the thing. Yeah. We want to mirror this along the x-axis. We want to duplicate the object and then scale it to -1 along the x-axis.
Duplicate. So S.
Oh wait, I've been looking at it from the wrong angle. So the blue axis is, oh, it is Z. Okay.
X -1. Nope, that's not how it works on my end.
Let me just, okay, so I have a cube and a cube 0.1, and the position of the cube 0.1 is dependent on the ear that we've created here and added with a Boolean modifier. Let's see, from the front. Okay, I see what I did wrong. I need to move my ear so that it's similar to where yours is.
While I'm
Something
here,
like
I
that.
might as well add another one here for the mouth.
Okay.
Whoa.
Squeaky kitten. Oh, squeaky kitten.
About EA big. Oh, darn it.
It is also possible to symmetrize during sculpting, in which case, I mean, like the old-fashioned Blender way to do it would be to select half the vertices, delete them, and then just mirror modify anything you change on one half to the other, and then apply the modifier. So I guess you don't have to worry too much about symmetrizing it now. We'll just work on half of it at a time. I think you're on the right track though, by keeping just the upper jaw there sculpted for now.
Mm-hmm.
We might actually want to create a separate piece that we can hide independently of the main mesh,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can animate the upper and lower jaws separately on a rig, on an armature.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably want this the ear cube to stick into the head a bit, because you don't want it to look like a detached ear.
Yeah. 1 second. Be right back.
All right. Arf. Where did the... do is I want to add our 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 meow 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 meow. Ow. Wow. Wow. Arr. Sniffer, 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 sniffer. You have to earn your treats. It's okay. Mom, there's a car. Cars mean bad. Scouters. Hmm. When you say scouters, I'm thinking like Hollywood scouters. Are they looking for the next big star? Probably not, no. Yeah, I think what we'll do is to duplicate it consistently. What we'll do is we'll first join it to the main mesh, and then we'll sort of delete half the mesh and then copy the right half over to the left. So that way we're not just sort of haphazardly adding two cubes in non-symmetrical positions. First what I would want you to do is get that cube into the head a little bit. Because right now it's only touching by a corner. Grab with G. Yeah. Yeah, so it should intersect. Maybe scale it so that all of the cube is in there. So I want to like scale along the y-axis, which is green. So SY half, SY 0.5. Yeah, okay. And then just position that with G over that away. Get it just right. Good. So we've got like an ear sticking straight up out of the head like that. Then select the dog. Select the head there. And then go into that little wrench tool on the right. So it's a blue wrench. Yeah. Add modifier Boolean. It actually might be good to get rid of the jaw cube at the moment, because everything is named cube, so we might select the wrong cube by accident. Yeah, actually, if you go up to where it says like scene collection camera cube 0.001, you can name your individual objects. You can also select the objects from there too. So cube 002 is the jaw. Yeah, mouth. Yeah, if you want them to stay in place, then it might be good to keep them named, like, have the first word of the name be the same. So like dog face, dog ear, that kind of thing. Yeah. So what is that? Oh, yeah. This would be, I guess, dog ear L rather than L dog ear. You don't want difference. You want it set to union. Difference is for cutting, like cutting into, whereas union is for joining. Yeah. So let's see. So let's make sure. No, don't go into sculpt yet. So the modifier is on L dog ear. We don't want that. I would say X that out. We want the modifier on the main slab of clay. So that would be the dog face. So dog face, yeah. So you have the modifier there on dog face. Set it to union. And then let's see, operand object, and object is dog ear L, or L dog ear in this case. Yeah, so operand is object is L dog ear, yes. So now you've added the dog ear to the dog face as a Boolean modifier. Hang on, we've moved off of that tab. We've moved off of the modifier tab there. So you want to click that wrench again. I think that was a misclick there. That you're suddenly on the you're suddenly on a different tab. Yeah. Okay. Good. Now, what I want you to do is go up to where it says L dog ear in your scene collection. There's an eyeball on the right side. Yeah. Click the eyeball. Yeah. So now, the ear is where, like, you've clicked the eyeball, so the actual L dog ear isn't visible, but the effect it has on your main mesh is. That's what you want to see. So what this means is go back to your select the dog face. Right. So with the dog face selected, go to the modifier tab, and there's a little like down arrow menu. In the down arrow menu for that Boolean not that one, for the Boolean modifier. Above where it says union, but under where it says add modifier, like just above where it says difference, there should be a little, very little, little down arrow menu. No, not duplicate, just apply. All right, now X that one out. Oh no, you've applied it twice. You duplicated and then applied both duplicates. Okay, so yeah, the second one, exit out. Remove the modifier. Moving the model around would make things difficult. I mean, I think like even just adding a duplicate modifier shouldn't provide any problem. Shouldn't make any problems, because it would just, like, a Boolean is a very simple operation. Just there's the next to the down arrow where you apply or duplicate mods, there's an X. That's what you want to hit to just get rid of a modifier. Yeah. Remove modifier. All right. So let's see. The L dog ear is invisible, but we can see a dog ear, so that's good. So click the invisible, the dog ear we made invisible. Click that in your scene collection and delete it. All right.
You know what?
So
we've
we've stuck an ear-shaped bit of clay.
I had my mic off. Whoops.
Oh.
This is the stream of technical difficulties, people.
It'll take us a little while to get back into the swing of things.
Oh no. Okay. Now...
It's rare that that we see a very random stream.
Mm-hmm. Oh, these are separated now. Whoops.
Too many undos?
Too many undos. Oh well.
Let's see, what is that? Oh, that's called cube. Okay. So we want, name it dog ear L. Otherwise, it's, if you call it L dog ear, then L dog ear and R dog ear are going to be, or like any L parts and any R parts are going to be separated. Because if it's sorted alphabetically, you want them to be named dog ear L and dog ear R, so that they're sorted close to each other in alphabetical order.
Okay. And dog face and modifier.
Wait, make it invisible first to make sure you haven't, make the dog ear invisible just to make sure it isn't already there.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Union object.
Yeah.
Alright, and then apply?
Yes.
There we go.
So then apply and get rid of the extra part, the extra ear.
Mm-hmm.
Or rather, I mean, just to make sure it's there, yeah, make it invisible first.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, get rid of it. You can also use H to hide objects, and then Alt-H to reveal everything that you've hidden.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can go into sculpting mode and sculpt that ear as if it were part of the dog currently.
Okay.
Once you're a bit more, I mean, it might actually be even better to go into sculpt mode for the ear separately, sculpt it, and then attach it later with the Boolean modifier. But I think if we're going into the workflow where you're sculpting and then adding a slab of clay and then sculpting that onto the main bit, like like the way that I used to do clay sculpting, then this would seem like a bit more of a natural workflow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so on to sculpting, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. So you go into sculpting mode, and we'll make this an ear. Oh yeah. Also, when you're in sculpting mode, go into add dynamic topology. Otherwise, you will only be sculpting on 6 polygons or 12 triangles when you try to change the shape of this ear.
Darn it! I wonder if I can actually.
So dynamic topology might be listed as din topo. Yeah.
Yeah, and
what does it say there?
Letting me select
vertex data. I'm trying to read what you're clicking there.
Sorry. Vertex data detected will not preserve vertex colors UVs. What?
Okay. Yeah, I would say click OK. It's a warning saying that it doesn't want to ruin your nice little cube there.
Oh.
But if you want to ruin it, say OK. And you do want to ruin it because we want to break it into smaller polygons so we can sculpt it properly.
Yep. And technically, since I'm not doing a full-on, what was it? Just a 1-for-1. I'm not gonna have to worry about X and Y and all that.
Yeah.
For right now.
This is a big brush. We want to reduce the size of this brush so that it isn't absolutely decimating that shape every time you click on it.
Mm-hmm.
So F and move the press F and move the brush inwards to change the size of the brush so that you're working more precisely. Yeah. And then use Control and middle click to zoom in and zoom out. You want to zoom into the ear so you can add detail.
Yeah. 1 second.
And then, of course, Shift and middle click will let you pan around. So you probably, I think yellow won't affect the polygons as much. You want to use one of the blue or red tools to actually add that detail. Because this is looking like a very low poly ear on a high poly animal.
Yeah, and it's really eating into the shape.
Yeah. Use the blue. Use the blue tools to add clay, rather than the yellow tools to just mush around what's there.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Now you can see triangles getting added. Zoom in so that you're not adding big triangles onto small ones. The further you zoom in, the smaller the triangles are that you add.
Ah, wrong one.
Control middle click. Yeah, and then Shift middle click to line yourself up again. Middle click and Shift middle click to turn and adjust your zoom levels a bit.
It's not working so much for me on my end.
Oh. Let's see if I go into sculpt mode on mine. Dynamic topology, okay. Oh, it's sculpting that one. That's not what I want to sculpt. right, so middle clicking, or middle mouse dragging with Control and Shift does help me. Does work in sculpt mode, so it should let you help line yourself up with your model there.
Let me actually bring
Meow
my
meow.
mouse because I'm on my laptop and all that.
Ah, yeah.
Like,
Let's see. Do you have your
click.
Are you using a mouse or a drawing tablet? It should work equally with both.
I'm using the drawing tablet, but it's just being stubborn.
Ah, okay. Oh, kitten. Trying to be cuddly now while I'm trying to do technical stuff. Oh, squeakies.
Well, whoa. Edit. Undo. What did I do? Redo. Don't tell me. What did I do? Undo history?
Yeah, undo history.
Move layer.
So layer brush, move layer brush, smooth brush. Careful about the mouse position.
Yeah. What just happened?
We seem to have lost our ear.
Yeah.
I honestly tried loading up the old dog face file up to just before we added the ear, and maybe try.
I went to object mode. There it goes. What?
What's that purple? Dynamic topology found. Face data detected. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. First thing we probably want to do is smooth the transition between the head and the ear.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. That's the blob tool there. I want to say zoom way in, because you're adding chunky triangles onto smooth triangles, and we need to add smooth.
Trying to zoom into a better angle, but it's just not letting me.
So shift middle clicking doesn't let you pan around your. Or shift middle dragging doesn't let you pan. That's weird, because that's what it. What does shift middle dragging do?
Shift. Okay, never mind. I was doing it wrong. Never mind.
Yeah, when I do sculpting like that, I always first I control middle drag, then shift middle drag, and I'm just doing both of those things until I have it lined up just right, and then I start working.
About right here's where I would say the ear begins a little.
All right.
You'd have the ear hole about right here, I'd say.
Okay. I wonder if just using the blue tools to add clay might be more conducive than slapping clay bits on like we did there with the Booleans. Meow meow.
I just hate the lumpy texture after the fact that takes forever to smooth.
Mm-hmm.
That's my biggest thing I hate with it.
Turn the brush strength up, or wait, it's already at 0.7. You can mess with the brush. I want to say messing with the stroke or the texture might help with that lumpiness. Oh no, not the texture. The stroke is always space by default. I like to use it as airbrush and set the rate as low as possible for the fastest. That makes the fastest difference with each edit. Fastest, most noticeable difference. But that might make for more drastic editing, more drastic correction needed later.
I'm just playing around with the clay pulling part. I feel like work a little bit best on that part, but you know.
Yeah, but the problem with the yellow tools there is that they don't add detail when you need to.
Yeah.
So if you're working with something that only has like 5 polygons in it, you're just moving around those 5 polygons. What I could suggest you do is subdivide smooth the cube before adding it. Because then you'll still start with a cube, but you'll have like so much more detail to play around with using the yellow tools rather than having to add that detail with the blue tools first. So I can kind of show you how to do that here.
All right.
If I start with a new cube, I start with a new general, don't save what I have already, start with something with a material on it. Well, actually, no, I don't even need to do that. So if I add mesh cylinder, so I'll add a cylinder to this cube, move it over here, and then add it to the first with a Boolean. Let's see, this will be, I'll call this sculpting clay, just so that I know it's like where my main thing is. So sculpting clay, add modifier, Boolean, union, object, the cylinder I added. And yeah, it looks different in the editing window. There's a little bit of a flicker there, so you can tell that there's 2 cylinders kind of layered on top of each other. One of them is the cylinder that I added to the scene, and the other is the effect that it has on my sculpting clay. And then, so I know it's working, so I'll hit apply and then get rid of the cylinder, and there it is, all one piece there. So I'll go into sculpting mode. So if I go into, select this, then go into sculpt mode, and I'll try using like that pull tool that you're using there. So you can see that the cylinder has, well, the cylinder piece now that is part of the main thing has these distinguishable rectangle sides. And all I'm doing is pulling on an existing vertex to reshape this thing. But if I go back into object mode, like so, add mesh cylinder, and move it to this side, and I do a, on this thing, I add a subdivision surface. Let's do the simple one. That doesn't, yeah. So it'll look the same, but let's
mouth.
give it, say, 5 subdivisions. 5 here, and 5 there. And then apply it. Then add that with a Boolean to the main sculpting clay. Union, object, cylinder. Takes a little time to think about it. Apply. Ooh, suddenly I have 93,000 faces and 188,000 triangles. It's going to be expensive on my memory. Yeah, let me get rid of the original. Like so. And now, if I take a yellow tool, go into the mode, use that same pull tool, it's now pulling so much more detail out of that cylinder. If I try to pull one of these corners out, I can zoom in and show you all the individual squares that it's pulling on there. So if you add a subdivision surface to the cube before adding it, then you'll probably have an easier time playing around with using the yellow tools to sculpt. On the downside, dealing with 100,000 triangles is going to chew on your memory a bit. So maybe don't do 5 subdivisions. Do maybe like 3 subdivisions.
Trying to. I hate this polygonal mess. Trying to smooth it a bit.
Oh, Rook Cove says, looking good. I'll have to rewatch this because I always wanted to learn how to do Blender.
I need to
well, I mean, there's more formal tutorials out there, especially on how to get started with sculpting. There's this one guy called Yan Sculpts, and he actually sculpts using a drawing tablet. So now he's always got like these pretty anime or elf girls as his thumbnail. So it's hard to miss his videos if you're into that kind of thing. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice there.
Mm-hmm.
Squeaky kitten.
Kind of creasing that as much as I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, you've got the crease tool there.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget to yeah, because you do that like sort of back and forth kind of action, you probably want to alternate using the normal tool and the shift tool to sort of wobble between the forward and backward motion of that tool itself.
Yeah. Need to alter the shape better at least.
Yeah.
That's why I'm using
The ears
this
a little
yellow
bit.
tool. It's
Yeah.
just ooh.
The yellow tools are great for dealing with detail that's already there. The problem is, oh, this is Rukov. If that wasn't okay, yeah. I suspected maybe because just the first 4 letters there. But yeah, the yellow tools are great at dealing with detail that's already there. The problem is, if there isn't a lot of detail there to begin with, then that lack of detail is going to become more apparent the more you use those tools to push and pull at stuff.
Yeah. I feel like it's good for getting the base because, like, molding the face, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like you've done a fantastic job on the shape, like all the way up to where we started here, and then even improved while I wasn't looking. Improved it further while I wasn't looking.
Alright. Now for... Ooh. I did some damage to the skull. Whoops. Nothing that smoothing can't fix.
Mm-hmm.
Patch it up, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I feel a little bit concerned about those tall triangles there.
Yeah.
I feel like we should be adding detail in that area, but maybe we don't need to. Oh, right. What we should do is get rid of half of this and mirror it to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So just a bit of maintenance to make sure that a little bit of maintenance that'll help us maintain what we've got here, maintain the detail on both sides.
Mm-hmm. All right, how would I go about doing that?
All right. First, go into orthographic front view. So 5 and 1.
5 and 1. Wait.
Yeah, front orthographic. Good. If it says front orthographic, then you're looking at. Oh, if it says front orthographic on the upper left corner, so right under where it says sculpt mode.
Okay.
So right now it says front perspective. Press 5 to turn that to orthographic. Good.
Okay.
And let's see. We could try a symmetrize modifier. Or, hold on. Let me just double check to make sure it is a modifier and not something I'm just making up off the top of my head here.
Also, I know I'm late saying this, but hi, Rukov. I ran into some technical difficulties at the beginning of this, so yeah, for a good chunk of doing this, all of a sudden it wasn't updating, and then I was like, oh wait, I need to fix this in OBS.
Okay, this seems to work. So go into edit mode and just type space symmetrize.
Edit mode. Okay, so edit mode space symmetry.
SYMME.
Okay.
Oh, right. A first. Press A to select everything.
That would help.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, that symmetrized the wrong way.
Yep.
Wait. Instead of undoing it, do it again. But look at your lower left corner.
Oh, let me just do it this way.
Mesh symmetrize. Yeah, open that window.
So that would
Plus
be...
X to minus X.
So then.
Or no, the other one. You want the... Oh, no, the window's gone. All right. Symmetrize, but change the direction. So symmetrize, open that window, and change the direction to the other way.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Ah. On to sculpting. Now to actually...
And now you can don't forget to add dynamic topology. Don't forget to check den topo.
Ooh. Yep.
And okay, yeah. So now we have polygons on the top of the ear, being pulled down below polygons on the bottom of the ear, and that is something we definitely don't want to have happen.
Okay.
That's the kind of problem that'll get more and more complicated as we keep working, unless we fix it early on.
Okay.
So yeah, this is where you want to use the blue tool to add clay rather than the yellow tool to pull it. So add clay to the tip of the ear, but just add it in the downward direction.
Hold up.
I want to say use the blob tool to add, because then you can pull on blobs a little bit. You can pull on the outside of blobs without worrying too much about, ooh, we have holes already. Holes we can fill in with the union tool.
Okay.
Holes we can repair with the union tool or manually. But yeah, it's something that
This is looking like a...
we got a bit of jank in us right now.
Paper
Too much.
mache-esque.
Yeah. I think, yeah, we were pulling on what's there without adding more clay.
Okay. If only this would add a little bit smoothly. Well, more smoothly though. Because
Yeah.
that's my biggest issue with adding the clay is the fact that it's just...
It adds it in blobby ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Janky,
Let's see,
blobby ways.
There should be a fill holes tool somewhere. I just don't remember. I looked it up, like the last time we did sculpting, I looked up a fill holes tool, but I forgot where where that solution was.
Oh, dang it. Well, you know what?
You could go into edit mode and select the vertices manually and then press F to fill faces or to make faces, but you also probably want to remove doubles when you do, because it'll create faces on top of other faces, and then you'll have this weird kind of mesh that'll it'll move weirdly, like self-intersecting. It'll move weirdly in self-intersecting kind of ways.
Okay, so what do we do?
I think for these holes, our best bet is to make a little lump of clay, stick it in place, and then Boolean union it to the main mesh.
Okay, so go to actually the blue tools or edit mode? Or...
Yeah, I want to go into edit mode, add a sphere, maybe do what we were talking about before, like add a sphere, squash it into kind of an ear shape, and then just add it to one side and then symmetrize it. Boolean add it to one side and symmetrize it.
Okay.
Make sure you're not adding an empty. You want to add a mesh, not an empty.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Oh, wait, we did that wrong.
Yeah.
All right, undo this add, because we adding a mesh in edit mode adds it to the same object, and we want to add it as a different object right now. So go in object mode. Yeah. Now add mesh sphere, add mesh. Quad sphere or UV sphere is fine. Move that out of the way, perhaps with the G key. Press G and move the mouse where you want it.
There we go.
Move it nice and out of the way. We'll shape it into an ear shape. Maybe S to scale it down. Oh yeah, when you press S, make sure the mouse is far away from your object if you want to scale it down. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like move the mouse to the other side of the screen, press S, and then move the mouse closer to the object.
Okay.
And similarly, if you want to scale something up, move the mouse close to the object, press S, and move it away. Mm-hmm. Because the way that the scale tool works is it measures how far your mouse is from the center of the object and starts scaling from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you started scaling with the mouse close to the object, so it's easier to scale up than down.
Mm-hmm.
Start with the mouse far away from the object, press S, and then move the mouse close.
I think this would be a good starter to
All right.
test out with. Worst case scenario is I hate it. I will just save and exit out if it doesn't turn out the way I like.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a previous version saved.
Yeah.
So we're basically going to overwrite this ear with a new ear.
Mm-hmm. And it was... Oh, wait. I would have to actually add this as a union first. Dummy.
No. Don't add it as a union. We want to shape the ear. We want to shape the ear and then union it.
Okay. So go into edit mode? No, wait, sculpt.
Yeah, sculpting mode. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And probably move it away so that the dog model doesn't interfere with your sculpting.
Okay.
It's object mode, G, sphere away, and then sculpt.
Hold up. Is it even sculpting it? Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget to check dynamic topology. We probably don't have to worry about symmetry. Oh, right. You probably want to subdivide it. Add some details to this so that your yellow tools work better.
Okay, how do I do that?
In object mode. Okay, you've got this. You've got it selected. Add modifier subdivision surface. Yes, Rook. We are creating the ear as its own element and then adding it to the head.
Subdivision.
So subdivision surface is on the left side under generate. Yeah, and just above triangulate.
I'm trying.
They're sorted alphabetically.
There we go. Oh, much better. Much better. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we have a little bit more detail to work with there. So you go into sculpt and use your yellow tools.
Only downside is it's...
Oh yeah, press dot on the numpad. Numpad period should... numpad period will focus on the object you're currently selecting.
Okay, so... Only locations? Or...
That's the pivot point menu there.
Sorry. Dingbat. Okay. Sculpting, tra-la-la-la-la. I'm just trying to get a shape going here.
Mm-hmm. What tool is this? Oh, this is the snake hook.
Oops.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe not that one.
I do not want to meet the creature with an ear like that.
No. And we could always edit the angle per...
Mm-hmm. We can edit the angle, scale, and the location.
So dog ears kind of hook around towards the neck a little. And...
Mm-hmm. That's all learning. It's nice to have control Z. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, right. In that modifier, you probably want to apply it.
Oh, crud.
Yeah. Because right now, like up until then, we were just working on the low poly version of the sphere without actually doing the subdivision.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's great to have like one of the 2021 goals for Blender is to have nodes on everything, meaning that all your work can be non-destructive.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a pretty ambitious goal, but if they're saying it can be done, then I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, I think this is starting to look like a more solid ear.
Mm-hmm. And if you need more detail, apply another subdivision surface modifier.
Okay, you know what? It wouldn't hurt. Apply subdivision surface.
Or rather, yeah, add modifier. And then you changing the levels for the viewport and render are like you can adjust how much detail you add. I don't know if it's much more forgiving than clay because we do end up creating a lot of holes, which you wouldn't get in clay. If you stretch out clay a whole bunch, then yeah, you'll run out of clay to stretch. But yeah, over here, you'll tend to end up with holes like we got there in those ears there. And we get no warning about it until we look around and notice that these holes have been created.
I'm thinking this is looking good to start.
All right. Yeah, generally we probably want this ear to be bigger than the existing ears so that they can overwrite them.
Mm-hmm. I do not want that strong. I'm just literally trying to smooth out some of this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dynamic topology isn't checked.
Crud.
Oh, you gotta hit OK to make sure it's...
Yep.
Yeah.
I promise it's okay, Blender. And pinky promise there. I don't know if that makes any difference.
We can still sculpt without our pinkies.
Yeah. Hi.
Oh, obligatory, but don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe and ring that bell.
Does anyone actually ring the bell, to be honest, though? I have to ask.
On my latest couple of subscriptions, yeah, I'll subscribe and ring the bell.
Mm.
But for the most part, I don't want to see people I've subscribed to on my YouTube, on my main home YouTube feed, because there'll be something else that tells me that they've uploaded. There'll be something on the Twitter or something on somewhere else that I follow them that tells me that they've uploaded a new video.
Mm-hmm.
On my main feed, though, I want to see stuff from people I haven't subscribed to, people that
Right.
new people.
Because that's the one thing I do hate about YouTube. It's like, oh, well, you watch 9 videos from this person. This is your life now. You will see nothing but this one particular person.
Oh, yeah. Or what's even worse, you see a video twice, so then that video always shows up on your YouTube home screen.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you don't want to watch this again?
Yeah. It's like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. No.
I keep my watch history. Rukov says I keep clearing my history for that reason. Yeah, I keep my watch history. But I seldom change my subscription status. People that I've subscribed to stay subscribed. People that I haven't subscribed to tend to just show up on my home feed anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've moved stuff through other stuff. That's bad.
Yeah.
Undo.
Yeah, I was trying to create like a pit for the ear, but you know, I could probably live
Yeah.
without it.
Yeah. We could do that in texturing.
Yeah, that's true.
It would. They say that like texturing is basically free real estate,
Mhm.
and I mean, I guess with today's powerful computers, it kind of is.
It's free real estate.
Yeah. But I mean, don't like just from an efficiency obsessed developer's point of view. I don't want to take that at face value. The free real estate saying. It's free processing power. And then they like bloat their game up to 20 gigs.
See, this is my biggest issue when it comes to things like the PlayStation systems. It's all like, oh yeah, you get a terabyte of memory, but every game now requires you to have 40 gigs downloaded on it, and it's like,
Yeah.
why? Why are you doing this to me? I just want to play the game. Just, and if I buy it on disc, please don't install that stuff on my disc.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on my memory.
Day one update requires 4K patches. That whole terabyte is taken up by one game.
Yeah.
Hope you
Or
have
like
some
that,
external hard drives ready.
Or that, like that Tony Hawk game. The entire game was
Oh,
in
yeah.
the update.
Tony Hawk 5.
Yeah.
They only had the tutorial on the disc.
Yep.
If anyone buys it after the servers go down, they'll never be able to play it.
Well, it was meant to be a cash grab, so I guess that's kind of on them.
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess.
that's right. They released it just on the day that their license expired, just the day before the license expired. Ugh. How hard would it have been to just do an update to a previous Tony Hawk that worked? I mean, EA bases their whole business on that idea of just taking their previous game and re-releasing it again.
Until the franchise dies.
Yeah.
I saw.
There is some good news in Europe. Animal Crossing surpassed FIFA for the top spot
Ooh, nice.
the first time the top spot was not a FIFA game in Europe.
Ugh. I'm not the biggest fan of sports titles.
When I played the latest FIFA demo that I played it had no gameplay in it. You were basically a football team manager and watching your players play. Hey, Phoenix is here.
Phoenix.
D&D just ended. This is so cool. Yeah. We're modeling Mr. Mustache.
Yep.
Which I'm thinking most of the mustache is going to be fur shading,
Yep.
if we can manage that.
Or maybe like cell shading texture, just like something simple. I'm thinking as simple as possible.
You know, Root Cove says it's because the devs can add hotfixes to their heart's content, which just adds more code to tell your system that the other code can be ignored without removing the bad code. And you know what? That's something that the Godot game engine allows as well, which I'm a little bit concerned about. They let you, they give you the option of exporting packet files, PCKs, which on the upside lets you include old games as part of, or include the old game as part of the new game if you're doing stuff like that. Lets you do DLC, lets you support mods, and just opens up a whole lot of options for you. But on the bad side, it also lets you patch. It also lets you do these bloaty patches that, just as you say, includes code that tells your game to ignore old code without actually fixing it, without removing the bad code. And yeah, it does give you the option to bloat up a game like that too. It's a double-edged sword for Godot developers.
There we go. I'm trying to add a little bit of crease, but without taking away too much here.
Mm-hmm.
Probably deflate some of this a little, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It's shift for Or maybe I could just pull this back a little.
Yeah, you just got to be careful about pulling stuff back through the other side.
Yeah. Just enough to tuck it in, but not enough to...
I would say pull the other side out more if you can. Okay, yeah, that's looking all right. I'm feeling very paranoid about the possibility of there being like holes or self-intersections.
There we go. Hopefully that'll smooth out with a little bit of maybe light fur texture. I don't know. Maybe something simple that coats it over.
Yeah, I kind of want to look up how they did the fur texture in Star Fox Adventures, the fur shading in that. I think that was one of the earlier games that used fur shading, fur shaders. If you look at older games, they were compact. Some of the games had ghost levels that were important because they held reference files, but reference files are good because they save space. Let's see. I have a partially finished file on Star Fox Adventures. I don't remember where I am or what I should do or whether it would be easier to start over. But I do remember just kind of wandering around and getting into staff combat with the random monsters that would appear, and like doing the really twirly moves.
There we go.
Both Star Fox Adventures and Star Fox Assault are really enjoyable. I think, like, even recently I went back to Assault again just so that I could experience a mission where I climb into an R-Wing and fly around and fight stuff, and then jump out of the R-Wing to fight stuff on foot, all in the same mission.
It's kind of a shame, though, at the same time, the game that it kind of replaced, though, because part of me is like, I kind of want to play that on the N64.
Rare's Dinosaur Planet, yeah. I think, well, we kind of got a glimpse of what Dinosaur Planet was about in Jet Force Gemini. So if you have Jet Force Gemini, I mean, you got a big sweep in space adventure, yeah. Got a big sweep in space adventure with 3 playable characters, and each one does their own unique things.
I need to see another Rareware game, but this was like right when they were bought out by Microsoft, grabbed by the Ghoulies.
Yeah, I was gonna guess. I was gonna guess that.
Because it seems like something that'd be fun to try out.
Phoenix says, I miss old Rareware. And yeah, I like the last Rareware game I had that I got was Killer Instinct Gold. And I remember like seeing like all the hype for Killer Instinct 3, and then all that hype drain away when it was like you get one character and you have to buy the rest. But I feel like this would be the time when a Killer Instinct clone comes out. Actually, wait, I don't even need to say that because there was a Killer Instinct clone. It was Darkstalkers. And so yeah, like either a Killer Instinct clone or a Darkstalkers clone would be fine. Oh, the game was grabbed by the Ghoulies.
I've heard that was a disappointment, but it could have just been people going, Rare was bought by Microsoft, you know. But,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it stinks, but at the same
like,
time,
yeah.
It happens.
The only game I remember seeing that was, I know that they had announced before they were bought by Microsoft and came out after they were bought by Microsoft, was Kameo Elements of Power. And I mean, it felt like a standard Rareware adventure, I suppose. Like if you were into Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, like if you wanted that, but with like magic mechanics, I guess. Or not even magic mechanics, transforming mechanics, because Kameo would basically be this transforming fairy that would turn into the characters she meets, and when she turns into these characters, you see like they're like she turn into a big earth golem or something, and you'd see her body like stomping around inside the golem, but in but this big transparent golem like wrapping around her, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Jordana DT.
Hey.
We're modeling a pupper.
Yep.
So we're getting one ear done here, and we're gonna
that's
sort of.
good, right?
All right. So make sure to save, and we'll stick this ear onto the side of the head, and then symmetrize it over to the other side.
I wonder if we could kind of knock out some of the texture though from this, because honestly, I hate this the existing ear.
Yeah. Well, I want to kind of make this ear big enough so that it'll wrap around the existing ear and overwrite it. Alternatively, what you could do is smooth down the ear so that it's against the side of the head, and then all you'd need to do is overlap the holes, and then we can Boolean. And then we can just Boolean union over it.
Sorry. That would probably be the better option.
All right.
Sculpt. And it was... There we go. Get in the head.
So you got your smooth tool. Yeah. Zoom in so that you don't smooth out more than you intend to. And don't forget the numpad period to focus on your current... to focus on your... numpad period is basically your Z targeting in this game. Can you save the new element, return to a save state before the initial layer, and unionize to the smooth doggo? I think that would involve... Oh, no. Your brush is way too big. You're going to flatten out the whole head.
Okay.
Zoom in and shrink the brush.
You're like, ah!
That should be enough.
Wait.
What was I saying?
Sorry. Giving you a
It's
panic
alright.
attack. You're like, no!
Can you save the new element? Oh, right. That would involve probably duplicating the save file. So then you could just cut it from one save file and paste it into the next. But yeah, we can't, at least at this moment, we can't really do much in terms of time shenanigans. All right, so we've just got a small zone of holes here to fill in, which we can cover up with that new ear and Boolean union.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just flattening it out as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it just needs a little bit of...
The brush still seems a little big for my comfort, but if it works for you,
Yep.
then that's... Yeah, it's looking pretty okay right there. Save and save often. Save early, save often. Yeah, that's the mantra.
Yep.
Actually, no, it didn't take... Phoenix says it probably takes ages to do this stuff, and I'm just impressed by how... Like, I think this is like your third, fourth time sculpting ever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it seems really easy, even with just using one or two tools.
Mm-hmm.
Like currently your favorite is the not the snake hook. It's one of the yellow tools down there, and it's not my favorite, but like it when I see what you do with it, it's still very impressive.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that's as good as I'm going to get it.
Mm-hmm. All we need is the holes close together so that our new ear can cover them up.
Okay, G. Oh.
All right, so we can scale this ear down appropriately.
What?
Make sure to use your middle click drag to fly around your... I keep telling you to start scaling with the mouse far away from your object.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at it proportionately.
If you're scaling down, start scaling with the mouse far away from your object. If you're scaling up, like if you want this thing to be 1,000,000 times bigger than it is, then scale with the mouse close to the object.
G, move it there. That work.
Uh-huh.
What? What? Somewhere about there.
She's specifically really smart and artistic. Yeah, for sure. All right, yeah. It's looking pretty good.
Just seeing where, how.
All right, yeah. So you want to G this in so that part of it is inside the head. And of course, so that it covers up all the holes.
We might have a little bit of an issue. Oh.
We could stick another lump of clay.
Yeah, true. That is true.
I would say, like, send the ear out, or take the ear out for now. We'll make just a little flat sphere, a glob of clay, put it on the side of the head, symmetrize it, or put it on the side of the head, just to fill the holes, union it, symmetrize it, and then do that with the ear.
Alright, so let's move this out a little.
Let's give the sphere a subsurface modifier. So let's have a detailed little squash of clay that we'll use to fill the holes.
Subsurface modifier.
Subdivision surface. I just said subsurface or subsurface for short.
Oh. Apply. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then S about yay big. Let's see.
We'll move it closer and then adjust as necessary.
Okay.
We just need it to cover all the holes.
Pretty much just a patch job.
Mm-hmm.
What? Up.
Use your middle click drag to navigate. Drag with the middle mouse button. Oh, yeah, and you only need to patch up one side because we'll symmetrize it to the other.
And then let me just see. So in other words, I don't have to worry about it being symmetrical because our main goal is just to patch that up and
yeah, we just need to patch up the holes on one side. We'll symmetrize it to the other side.
G.
Yeah. You could use the toolbox on the right to select specific items.
You got a lump
maybe
on your
scale
head.
it down a little bit.
Yeah. Wrong button.
There's very little. One thing that I've learned from my time in Blender is there's very little left clicking going on.
Okay. So I'll patch this in. Well, first add the modifier. What is this called? It's sphere. I'm just gonna call it patch. Okay, add oh wait, dog face. Add modifier.
Boolean?
Okay. Boolean, object.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, catch you later, Jordana.
See ya.
Thank you.
Apply. There we go. On to sculpting.
Alrighty.
Is it? Oh, wait. Patch. Let me just get... Okay, apparently I did not do this right.
Oh. Did we do a difference instead of a union? I think we did a difference instead of a union.
Whoops. Okay.
Alright. We can fix it.
Yeah. I undid it, so...
Alright.
Add modifier. I probably did. But at least I know what the problem is. Patch. Come on. Oh, no. Don't crash on
Oh, it's
me.
just... Okay, it's probably just thinking.
Please do not crash on me. Oh, sweet heavens. Patch. Apply. Come on, don't do this to me.
How many triangles we working with here? Oh, right. The latest Blender 2.8 and onwards uses left click by default. Yeah, I'm still working under the old Blender rules where right click is where you do most of your action. I feel like it works better with
I'm
drawing
saving.
tablets
Oh,
because
that's terrifying. Sorry.
often when you left click something with a drawing tablet, it is almost impossible to click something and not drag. Like you would have to have a very precise tap and release on the tablet, and chances are most of the time you do that casually, you're going to tap, move, and release. So if I was doing that in Blender, I would do a lot of little micro adjustments that move everything out of place every time I try to click and select them. But yeah, this little patch method is really good for fixing holes.
Ooh.
Let's see, what's the smooth tool? Is it a blue or is it I want to say it's that second red tool.
Yeah, it is. Oh, don't have the X selected.
Yeah, we want to uncrease those creases there. A bigger brush does less precise work too. A big brush and zoomed out workspace.
Hold up.
We've either got holes or valleys there, neither of which bodes well for us.
Wait, did I edit, undo history? Hold up. Okay. I wondered to the extent of how far did I edit this. I wonder. I like this mode just because it gives me it's kind of like you're pushing the clay itself.
Yeah. I mean, we have more detail to work with, so using the yellow tools isn't too bad. It's just when we have like a cube, that's when we get some trouble. Don't forget to use F. Don't forget to use F to change the size of your brush.
Okay. F. I'm using the deflate tool a little.
And you can change the stroke style. There's the 5 tools up top: brush, texture, stroke, fall off, cursor. So I think you're still using the space-based stroke. If you want one that works based on time, then use the airbrush and set the rate. We'll set the rate accordingly. The little patch method, I believe it was YanSculpt that taught me that. I might have to look at what happens if the patch method produces complications like we're seeing here. My daughter has a dream to be an animator, so I got her a mini drawing tablet for Christmas. Aww. When she does let me help her, I think this will be helpful. Yay!
Yay, inspiring artists. I'm trying to fix this darn crease by shift
Mm-hmm.
and trying to decrease, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? I'm gonna do something.
The brush is too.
Yeah, you're right.
So it like the blender thinks that the whole area that you're affecting there is the problem and not just the crease.
It's, yeah, it's kind of just doing its own thing.
Ah, yeah, that fills them in nicely.
Let's see if I can.
To unpoint.
Yeah, that one little.
All right, we're looking pretty normal there, at
Yeah.
least from the front. Looks like he's undergone a little bit of brain surgery there.
Yeah, poor boy. Alright, and do a little bit of deflating here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe smoothing. See if that will fix it a little bit.
Don't forget to zoom in. At this level, you're doing very broad strokes.
You're right.
I gotta work 5:30 Mountain Time, so I'm gonna call it, says Rook. I'll see you later. Thanks for letting me ask dumb and odd questions. It's good having you here, Rukov.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
And have a good day and a good rest.
See ya. Alright, so.
All right, we've got, once it's looking, so we still got a little bit of a fix to make here.
Yeah.
There's one thing that's kind of bugging me, and that is that I want to see a triangle count.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure, like I'm estimating that Blender can probably handle like 1,000,000 polygons while streaming, or at least not Blender. I mean, your laptop can handle Blender doing 1,000,000 polygons at a time while streaming. Mine can handle about 100,000, I want to say, safely.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also an old computer, so I want to keep count of how many there are, so that when we start to run out of that triangle budget, we can add decimate modifiers, or like we can do simplifications as needed to free up some space there.
I think.
Now, it used to be a default on older blenders that'll show you a triangle count in the lower right corner. I think, like there's a setting on newer blenders that let you do that. Let me just look that up. First, clear up my workspace here. Edit preferences. Interface. Oh, maybe. Okay, that's part of it. Aha, scene statistics. Okay, so it's in edit preferences, Blender preferences interface, very first thing, and then status bar. No, editors status bar.
Editors. I'm sorry.
And then, yeah, under status bar, I have everything checked: scene statistics, system memory, video memory, and Blender version.
Mm-hmm. I'm not seeing this under.
Under edit preferences interface.
Oh, inappropriate.
So yeah, under the edit preferences window, the first menu item, interface, and then editors, open editors, and you'll see status bar, open that.
Ah. System memory.
All the things. Scene statistics, system memory, video memory, Blender version.
Okay.
There you go. Now you got all that information in the lower right corner.
All right.
So how many tries are we working with here? 55,000. Not bad. Assuming your laptop is more powerful than the computer I'm working with, we've got a lot of room to work with here. And that is a huge brush. Why is your brush so huge?
Because it did the job. I don't know. it needed a lot of smoothing.
All right. I mean, you could adjust the strength up there. A high strength and a low radius.
Oh, this poor dog looks like he had a little lobotomy or something.
Yeah.
Oh, this poor dog.
He'll be good as new. Soon enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just afraid of like collateral damage from a big brush.
Most of the stuff I could always go back and undo. Not too worried right now.
All right. There we go. Crease is flattening out on one side there.
Yeah.
Did the red flatten tool not do the trick though?
It didn't really.
All right.
Ooh.
Still got kind of a dimple there. Oh, a couple of dimples. Yeah. I think you got the right idea, like adding little blobby bits, using blobs to fill in the crease. Should probably work if the shift crease doesn't do the job.
Let's see if it does. Oh, crud. No, that's not what I want.
Yeah. Anti-creasing doesn't seem to be anti-creasing that.
It's doing the opposite. Unless
Yeah.
I'm doing the wrong shift here, maybe? No,
Yeah, I'm not sure what...
not really.
Yeah. I mean, I can kind of see what it's trying to do. Like, it looks like it's trying to make it a flat surface.
Yeah, but it's pushing away the other
Yeah.
far
It's
too.
doing... It's got side effects that we don't want.
Oh my gosh. Poor Mr. Mustache. He never had a chance. I'm sorry, but I can't help but not make that joke. I know that's...
Oh no. What tool is that?
That was the pinch tool, which...
Oh yeah, we don't want...
Yeah.
That'll make the
just-
creases even worse.
Hey, I was just trying.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a good thing we're not surgeons.
Yeah. In other words, don't quit my day job.
Well, I mean, do quit your day job because art is really good, and if art can become your day job, then we want to work towards that.
Yeah. There.
But yeah, well, maybe not quit your day job yet, because that still pays the bills for now. At least until we can get some more income in your accounts. I gotta try. See if I add 2 spheres. If I run into those same problems.
There we go.
Let's see, 2 spheres with subdivision 5. Add duplicate. move it in such a way so that there's a nice big crease between the two.
So I'm doing a thing where I'm
Uh-huh.
just lightly using the yellow to kind of pull it up.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, just
very,
pulling on the inside of the crease so that it comes out.
yeah, very gingerly.
Okay. Aha. Yeah, it looks like some real progress there.
Yeah. Looks less like a patch.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, I'm just sticking two spheres together and seeing if I can recreate this problem that we're having here.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a lot worse, but at the same time, it's definitely not a problem worth wanting. Well, definitely not a problem that you'd want. I mean, at least there's probably a solution to this. It's just,
Yeah. Well, it's a problem that I'd want to know how to solve the next time, and the time after that, whenever it occurs in the future.
darn it.
All right, so I've created a crease
Do not,
between two spheres.
note to self.
I basically create.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
Do not use the smoothing tool on that.
Does it just make it a smooth crease?
Nope. Well, it increases the crease.
Hmm.
Trying to.
I have created a butt.
Nice.
I just realized that, yeah, by creating a crease between two spheres, it just makes a butt.
Nice. Or a very mangled peach.
Yeah. Okay, so using the, what is this? Using the blob tool kind of works. I mean, it turns one crease into two, but if I move it around a bit like this, then it does kind of smooth it out. Yeah, and of course, zooming in reduces. Oh, and this is even without dynamic topology. All right, suppose I turn that on. Does dynamic topology actually make it worse? Oh, no, not really.
There we go. Inflate smooth.
All right. Alrighty. Oh, oh wait, still got a little bit of crease happening there. I guess persistently doing it would fix it, yeah.
Or here we go.
Aha, yes. Now that's good. Just, yeah, this is basically just sticking a lump of clay on top, right?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe flatten. Because
Yeah.
smooth kind of just.
Kind of undoes the layer of clay.
Mm-hmm.
Clay thumb? Oh wait, is that with shift on? Oh no, wait, I see what you're doing. Let's see, if I set the stroke to airbrush, to fast airbrush.
And then maybe smooth it out. There we go. Now, well, it solved a problem, but it created a new one. I got lumps and bumps. Little tiny mountain peaks here.
Interesting. And flatten doesn't fix them?
Well, I could try.
Have you used that clay thumb tool?
Let me see.
Because that seems like just the thing to just sort of smoosh those peaks down.
There we go.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Oh, what happened?
I see
Oh, it's
holes.
created holes. Okay. All right, let's undo that.
Nope, that is a no-go.
Mm-hmm.
I think I will deal with the slightly lobotomized dog head.
All right.
I think this is
Let's. Okay, then let's symmetrize this left to right. So left is minus x and right is plus x.
good. Alright, so let me save this because I don't want to deal
Yes.
with all that.
It feels like just looking at this model from the front, it makes me think if there was a dog companion in Doom, this would be its mugshot. You know, if there was a playable dog or like a dog companion, so that you'd see like Doom Guy's face on the bottom, you would see this face beside him.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
About right there.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe
more.
turned outwards a little bit. Turned outwards just a tiny bit. So I'd say rotate on the z-axis, maybe 15 degrees, RZ 15.
RZ 15.
Oh, that's a little too subtle. maybe 45.
RZ 45.
Oh no, that's turning inwards. RZ minus 45.
RZ minus 45.
Is it just me or am I not seeing anything happen?
It happened it's very subtle.
All right. I don't want to say RZ 90 because that'll almost definitely be too much. Well, let's try RZ 90 just to see.
Access to change it. Hold up. RZ minus 70? No. Maybe the y axis. Hold up. RY?
Oh, I see. You typed 7 dot instead of 7 instead of 70.
Ooh. Ow. Oh, this
Okay, that's inwards. Right, I forgot.
RZ minus 70. Invalid. 70. Ooh.
It keeps showing up as 7 dot. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's a little too far.
Oh.
60 then. Oh, okay, you got it. So we can now adjust it. I want that little flappy bit kind of pointing outwards. Similarly to your drawing. So I guess, yeah, RZ and move the mouse
There we go.
to adjust.
That work?
Yeah. Oh, wait, first we got to symmetrize the head because it's not symmetrized yet.
Mm-hmm.
Before we do the Boolean operation. Edit mode.
That would
Enter edit mode with the head selected. Wing of the Angel says, coming along amazing, OMG.
it's
now
plus X to
sim-
minus X, right?
Minus to plus. Because minus is the side we were working on.
You're right. Okay.
All right. Out of edit mode and have a look around. Or back to object mode, that is.
What on earth is? That is not right.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't do it right. Yeah, I definitely didn't do it right. Okay. So
yeah, we don't see the fix on the other side.
Object mode, edit mode, space, minus X.
Oh, right, we didn't select anything, that's why. All the vertices are black. We didn't select anything. Hit A.
Yeah.
A. A selects them all. I think you only selected the vertices in front.
Correct. No. All? No. That's my fault.
Pressing A once.
Okay.
Pressing A once selects all vertices. Pressing it twice selects none.
Ah, no. Plus to minus, minus to plus. Oh, wait. Plus to minus.
Minus to plus.
Oh, minus to plus?
No. Yeah, minus is the side we were working on, so we want to transfer minus to plus.
Okay. So let's go to object mode. That looks a lot better. Oh, I say that. Oh man, you got 2 lumps.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be fixed.
But we can at least sculpt them symmetrically now.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just add more to the head and then.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could always add more clay, add more bits of clay via the Boolean intersect or Boolean union.
Mm-hmm. And I will just add this. Oh wait.
Mm-hmm.
Add modifier. Union. Object. No. Huh. This can't be right. Oh.
Was it a sphere?
That was my fault. Union? Oh wait, I'm on the dog here. Whoops. Let me do this. I'm learning. Okay, there we go. And then let's look at the dog ear. Make that. I did something wrong.
Oh.
Maybe I didn't apply?
That might have been it. So add modifier Boolean. Union. Object, dog ear right. Apply. Alright, make the dog ear invisible. Huh. Strange.
I mean, I did it, but,
Let's see, we are in object mode. Alright, let's apply, or let's make the modifier on the dog face. X out the modifier on the dog ear. That might have been part of what was blocking it.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. Dog ear right.
Object, dog ear right. Alright, before doing anything, make the dog ear invisible.
Yeah. Ah!
Or I was going to say, before applying the modifier, make the dog ear invisible.
Okay. Let me do that.
I'm still a couple seconds behind here.
Didn't work.
All right, so dog face, up, add modifier Boolean, union, object, dog ear. Wait, don't apply.
Oh,
Make the Boolean modifier, but don't apply it.
hold on. Undo history. Union, add modify. Ah. Select. Let me just go back to this. Okay. Add modifier. Union.
So Boolean, yeah. Boolean union object. So dog face has the Boolean union object modifier to dog ear right. Now make the dog ear invisible before applying it.
Okay. Apply.
No, look at the face. It doesn't have the ear attached.
So make it.
So that's wrong. No, yeah, well that's the thing. If the dog ear is made invisible, but it is affecting the dog face, then you should see the dog face with the ear attached, but we're not seeing that. And I don't know why. We are in object mode. And there aren't any other modifiers on the dog ear currently. We have it set to exact. Press Alt-H. See if there's anything else that we're hiding in the scene. Nothing else appears.
Nope.
What is that checkbox? See if you can hover over it.
It's not responding.
Ah.
Okay.
Blender Boolean self. I'm gonna look this up.
Hold up.
Oh, to Boolean an object with itself? No, that can't be right.
Look at this. There's a polygon just floating in air. This isn't, and there's a hole right where the dog ear is.
Yeah. I feel like we might have hit difference at some point.
Okay.
We might have added a difference modifier, which subtracts one object from the other. And it might be because there's a hole there that's preventing the ear from getting unioned to the object.
I wonder if... No. That won't do it. Okay, so...
Oh, silly kitten. What are you doing?
Undo history?
Yeah, I want to say undo history all the way up to just before we moved the ear in place. Let's see, select, add modifier, dog ear right, apply modifier. All right, let's make sure there's no hole in the head.
Yeah, let's remove the modifier here. Just add modifier.
Wait, let's make sure there isn't a hole in the head right now.
Yeah, right here. There is a hole in the ear. Dang it!
All right, we might have to patch this up with another squashed sphere or something.
Dang it. Edit. Undo history. Oh,
Ooh, can we go further back in the undo history?
nope. Hold up.
As far back as we can go, there's a hole in his head. So
I
yeah, we might have to patch up the
wonder
hole
if
first.
I could just close this and reload it.
Maybe.
You know what? I'm going to do that. I will be right back.
Alrighty.
Actually, let me set up OBS to where it's just going to be. Hold on.
The butterfly screen.
Yeah, the. Here we go. Don't save. It's good to know I have a nice standby screen.
Mm-hmm. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Can't do too much of that.
We need a little technical difficulty screen that plays that.
Yeah. I found out, yeah, that's copyrighted.
Oh, not public domain.
Yep.
There's got to be a public domain, like, peppy little tune like that
Yeah.
somewhere.
Nothing else. Maybe time for practicing on that keyboard.
Mm-hmm. Making a peppy little technical difficulties standby kind of screen.
Yeah.
We could always do a parody of it. Those are relatively easy.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, perfect. Yes. Okay. I think.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Good enough, right? I just
Yeah.
have to do
So, got to make sure you do a Boolean union and not a Boolean difference.
well, first things first. Probably best to do a
Oh, yeah, symmetrize. We haven't symmetrized first.
yeah.
All right, so A to select all vertices, then symmetrize minus x to plus x.
Enter.
Yep. Good, good.
Let's go to object mode, and I'm saving that so I don't have to deal with that later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and to wait, just go to G and what was it? Rotate R.
Yeah, RZ. Rotate on the Z axis and then move your mouse around to have a look at.
No, not rendered.
Oh, yeah. I like working in rendered mode, but I have to add a lot of lights to the scene first.
Whoa.
So select the object you want to
Yeah.
deal with first. Yeah, then RZ, move the mouse around. So we want that little flappy bit pointing out just the tiniest little.
RY as well. Just a little.
Oh, happy. Hi, happy kitten. He's doing the little grippy thing with his paws, gripping at my knees.
Bambi was sort of doing a similar thing earlier. What happened was there was a couple people still firing off fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just like, protect me! Both of the dogs just hate fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that looks good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't see anything wrong with it so far.
Hold up. RZ. No wonder. There we go.
Ah, yes.
Oh, and then not RZ. That's fine. Control Z. RX.
Aha.
I want to line
Yeah, that
that
might
up
be a
with
little
the
bit
jaw
closer
line
to
a
your...
little.
Yeah,
There we go.
that might line up a little closer to your drawings, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That looks about right.
Alrighty.
What do you think?
Yeah. It uses more of the work you put into the ear that way, too.
Mm-hmm.
Hides less of it inside the head.
Yeah. Okay, so let me do
Save
this.
before going any further.
Yeah, you're right. Just in case if I mess this up again. I've got the dog face selected. Go in here. Union.
Yes. Union object. The object itself is the ear, which is the sphere. Yeah.
Just so I have it labeled right. And this is where I messed up. I named it and then...
Ah.
And I thought I was still working on this.
Hmm.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah. You always want to check before you hit apply. Because apply gets rid of the modifier. You just need to undo one step. All right, so we have an actual something that we can't quite figure out what's going on here. If we make the dog ear invisible, then it should still be visible as a modifier on the main dog face. Actually, yeah, let's keep it invisible while we work here.
Mm-hmm.
So make the Boolean modifier on the dog face. Union object dog ear right, and it doesn't appear, so that's a problem right there. What if we go operand type? What else is there?
Wait, what?
Oh, currently operand type is object, and the object is dog ear right. What if we change that? What if we change operand type to something else? What else is available? Collection. Okay, so we don't have other collections.
And this crashed.
Yeah. It's trying to load a collection we don't have. All right, back to object. Dog ear right. What if we say lower mouth? What if we change the object to lower mouth and make that invisible? Yeah. Keep both dog ear right and lower mouth invisible for now. And let's look at the modifier on dog face. Oh, so that appears
As a negative.
very strange. Is it because... Yeah, it appears as a difference, and it shouldn't appear as a difference. It should appear as a union.
I guess because it's not visible?
No. You're supposed to be able to hide it and see the effects. You're supposed to be able to hide the object and see the effects anyway. So that it shows up as a difference instead of a union seems like it would be a Blender bug.
Let me try this one more time just because of my, why not?
Hmm.
If not, if nothing else.
I wonder if I could get you to send me the blend file.
Okay.
I might be able to figure something out between now and next time.
Alright. Probably would be a good time to stop for now because.
All right. We've hit an impasse.
Yep. Alright. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you, Kimberly,
Yay.
for helping me out on this.
No problem.
Alright. And see y'all. Bye.
Bye.